Welcome back to Zushimi's House. I'm your loving host, Master Zushimi, and I've got Bubbie here on the mic as well.
Hello.
We're back with some more Horizon Forbidden West, and we're mid cutscene, so let's resume.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
I'm still pissed.
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you.
Mm-hmm.
Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
An old focus?
You repaired it? But that means you've seen
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life.
Oh.
1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand, to be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet.
Hmm.
He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship.
That's where the Apollo database. I was like, I thought Ted Farrow maybe kept that.
With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them.
What's your thing with Elizabeth?
They were friends.
Were they?
Let's not get ahead
I
of
thought so.
ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat
He's also not a friend.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Oh, shit.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tanakh.
Wow, I forgot about Regala.
When
The
she
plot
leaves,
chickens.
She'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Grim.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Damn, so Silence really is yet
Yes,
again the big
he's found a
bad.
way to circumvent our shields.
Well, like,
Truly
again,
except
he's
for
somebody who
his
wants to
plan
do
for
good,
everything.
but, like, in a very
Except
Machiavellian
you
way.
and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way, one that only I know about, while Silence and my friends are busy battling each other. We'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
So many Tenakth will
Yes,
die, though.
but I, Bubbie, I'm very, very, very concerned about my friends.
Yeah.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Yeah, they were friends.
Did
I'm
you
pretty
show it
sure.
to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead,
So I should be grateful.
if you like.
You don't have to be, but you know.
So you know all about me. What about you?
Why'd you cut
What
off
would you
Beta?
like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands
Damn,
drowned,
starting
my
off strong,
parents
huh?
included.
Yeah, wow.
I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided.
Oh, okay,
all
similar
because
now.
of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a
Couldn't you
service
tell?
one could turn to for information.
Okay.
I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future.
Yeah.
One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
Yeah.
That's wild. Imagine if Liz still were here.
Alive, yeah.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality.
Oh.
It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more.
I just do have to say it,
alone
because
yet
I think
again.
we're all thinking, is she is hot.
But this time,
Yeah.
with eons to
I do
consider
like
and
watching her
space.
walk and talk.
Now,
Her,
finally
the
having
suits are
met
cool
you,
as hell. Like, now that you can look at a Far Zenith
I feel
without
like I have a second
immediately
chance.
getting mollywopped.
To
It's
do
kind of
what?
nice.
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
That is true. This must be hard for her because she's seeing her best friend's face, but it's
You
not
said
her best
Beta's in
friend.
urgent danger.
And
Yeah.
sure,
The Zenith's
she
doing
interacted
to
with
her.
Beta, but Beta apparently
Putting her
wasn't
to work.
quite the way Elizabeth was.
Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine.
Why didn't you fight
They
it? Liz
always
was your
viewed
friend.
me with suspicion when I attempted
Yeah, but I
any
mean,
form
like-
of kindness
Oh, there it
towards
is.
her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
Yeah, like I understand her motivations super clearly.
So this
No, I know.
channel
I
you
do.
She
shared with
had to
Beta,
like not overstep and
none of the others
overreach.
in the
Yeah.
show found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe.
That's...
I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Yeah, because, again, that's her friend right there.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but
I mean, the fact that it's still standing is a
Art stored
testament to.
Yeah, as I say, it's pretty fucking good.
cultural artifacts of
The fact that I can make it out
incalculable
as a building
Truly
is still
some of
pretty
the
good.
greatest achievements of human civilization.
And like you
And
said, that the
anybody
art
wanted
is
to see them?
relatively untouched.
Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her.
Fair.
I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to
Wow.
stop it.
Oh, damn.
Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Well, not her, but yes.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits.
Oh.
In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Okay.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
Yucky.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work.
That's
With it,
concerning.
Tanakh army.
Yeah.
Victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Such a shame he'll fucking
Regala's only
die.
interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
Gotcha, so
she
she's gotta
trades with the
repay.
Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base.
I see.
Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you.
He really does.
Yeah, he
Spot.
really
He's
fucking
annoying.
does.
Is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside.
Yeah, that is the
So
problem.
you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
Sad.
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
Wow. So very private.
Yeah.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Yeah.
Blueprint for Gaia.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
Actually, before you do another convo thing, probably go ahead next time.
Yeah, next time at Tsushimi's house, we're gonna hopefully finish this conversation and see what goes from there. Later, y'all.
Bye.
You gotta know you're in for something special. You gotta feel it in your bones. Oh, you're gonna find what you need all in time. If you're looking for it, na 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 na. If you're looking for